Assalamu alaikum and welcome to this mini series based on my tour, my solo tour around Tunisia. To all my Tunisian friends, I hope it does justice to your beautiful country, and to anybody else considering visiting Tunisia or doing a cycling tour in Tunisia, I hope it helps. Enjoy, subscribe, like, share. Hope you can watch all of them. Thank you.
And don't do this to me. This is the problem of technology. Let's go. Right. Bismillah. I'm leaving. Oh, this. I'm leaving Tabarka on the road to drahim. Just left the house of Uncle Monji Marzougi and his amazing family, and going down the high street here in Tabarka. It's Friday the 26th of April on what looks like a very busy market day. I'm hoping you can hear me over all of this noise, but wow. I've just gone from a very quiet street in a family home to utter chaos. Now, I'm going to cut it off here, find myself a little bit of a quieter space further down the road, gather my thoughts, make sure the route is correct, and then do a piece of camera about today's plans, and then carry on. It's always nice just to head out, get a mile in your legs, and then just stop and gather your thoughts. The last thing you want to do is get your 10, 15, 20 miles done for the day, realize you've left something behind, or you're not on the right route, or something's not quite set up correctly, or you've got a loose zip on one of your baggages and stuff's falling out. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop further down the line now. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother with what day. I think it's actually day 10 of riding and day 13 in the country, but anyway, Tabarka to drahim. Now this, just to give you some context, is the one day that everybody who's cycled around Tunisia has told me not to do. They were like, get a pickup, get yourself to Tabarka, fair enough. If you insist on doing the mountains from Bézère to Tabarka, yeah, do them. But today they said, get yourself a pickup, throw your bike in the back of a pickup and get them to drive you to drahim. So it's 20 miles, so distance isn't the issue, but it's, once I turn the camera around, you'll see why. It's the first 11 miles is just a constant, consistent 6 to 8%, peaking on the hairpins at about 13-14%. So they're all like, no, you've got a big heavy bike, you shouldn't do it. Even on the light bikes, we don't bother, we just cut this bit out, we get ourselves a pickup or something. So that's where we are. Behind me now, Tabarka, and that way, so hopefully you can see the mountains. Let's have a viewfinder. Yeah. It's pretty much a ziggy-zaggy road all the way up for the next 11 odd miles. So yeah, not let's give it a go. Now, in terms of what's different, you might notice pannier bags ditched. So I kind of went for a compromise between doing the stubborn, stupid thing that I do and doing what they do. And I said, right, as a compromise, I'll try and get rid of some of the weight. So I'm still going to do it on what is quite a warm day, so you might find that through the day I'm shedding some layers, but I'm still recovering from this cold. I just can't seem to shake it off. Chest infection really bad. I had a really nice hammam yesterday with Hazim, one of our hosts. I've left this morning, I've left the home of Uncle Monji Marzougi and his wonderful family. Hazim speaks amazing English, his daughters speak amazing English, and I had a rest day here. I had a really nice rest day. I had like 6-7 hours of sleep. I went to the hammam, we had a little walk around, we had a really leisurely walk around Tabarka. So I feel refreshed. I think we can do these 11 miles. And funnily enough, as much as they're trying to put me off the climbing, what worries me is the descent the other end, because it is from, if Garmin is correct and the Garmin route planning is correct, it's about a 12% descent for about 2-3 miles, so rim brakes are going to get a real test. But anyway, that's today. And in terms of the rest of the week, it's only until Ain Drahim that I had actually fixed my whole program. From Ain Drahim, I'm really just gonna just make it up as I go. Not that I haven't been doing anyway up until now, but at least I had some structure of a plan. From Ain Drahim, it's really, I could just end up anywhere, depending on the conditions, the weather, who I find in Ain Drahim. Apparently there's some amazing campsites in Ain Drahim. I might pull up to a campsite and find another cyclist who's doing a tour. I might ask them as to where they're going and then just follow them, or I might just freestyle it. So let's see. So that's today, leaving Tabarka on what is now about 20-22 degrees weather, probably too many layers, and going towards, sorry, leaving Tabarka, going towards Ain Drahim. Let's go. Bye bye Tabarka, onwards to Ain Drahim. Look at that stunning, stunning beauty. There is the threat, I guess, that you can become almost unappreciative of just how beautiful the surroundings are, and you can become slightly unappreciative of the privilege that I have to cycle in this environment and to meet so many amazing families. I mean, the last thing I want is to become indifferent to the kindness and the hospitality and the beauty of where I'm cycling. I mean, I know it's been like a week of just breathtaking scenery, but I'm still trying to take in every view like it's the first time I've seen it. But there comes a point when you think, how many pictures and how many videos can I take? It's just amazing. But I'm trying to make every view very special and take it in, rather than just head down and cycle past. Hey, look at that. You know, when you get that feeling you're being lured into a false sense of security? Well, 4 miles in, it's been nice and steady, 3 to 4%. I'm thinking, yeah, this ain't bad. You know, the pain is coming, and there it is, right in front. There's a mountain. I need to be the other side. There's a sign, Ain Drahim, Zaytina. It's picture time, I think. And the windy mountain roads begin. It's an ominous sign when you're having to weave. There really are times when I have to pinch myself during this journey. Not saying it's been a bed of roses, don't get me wrong, I don't want to romanticize it. It's been some really tough times. I think had I not been ill so much, and it's just one of these things, even the illness with it being springtime here and the fluctuations in temperature, like 3 overnight degrees to a potential 30 in the day. That's a huge 27-degree temperature variation, and that is going to have its impact. I got an infection very early on, chest infection. Been fighting that, you can probably hear in my voice, for almost a week now, more than a week. But all of that aside, really got to pinch myself sometimes. And I'm thinking, how many pictures is too many pictures? But look at the landscape. Stunning, it really is stunning. Now I know today's going to hurt, and I'm probably going to end up today being quite sore. You can't do 3,000 feet over 20 miles and not be sore. Not when you're lugging 35 kg on a bike. But hopefully the views will be worth it. And there's only 2 really tough days after today. and them also, it depends on the route that I choose to take. So I think instead of making a decision whilst I'm on the bike, I'm going to get to camp tonight, maybe get some rest, and then reflect tomorrow as to what I do from drahim and the route that I take. Probably also depends on who I meet at camp. So there's every chance, this area being so popular with local Tunisian cyclotourists, that I will meet somebody on the road, somebody at camp, and guess what? If they're going somewhere nice, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be behind them. Take that in. I know you can't have it all, and I should be thankful, alhamdulillah, but I do wonder how much more I'd have enjoyed it at full fitness and how much more mileage. But if, should, could, would, all of that is useless. We're living the now, and guess what? I've got the sun on my back, it's 26 degrees, I've got a steady 2% climb, which is going to turn into a very aggressive 6%, 7%, 9-mile climb soon. Got amazing scenery, a road that is relatively wide and safe, so I'm happy. In the now, I am very, very happy. I might be a bit grumpy this evening when I'm sore, but that's what painkillers are for. Right, see you in a bit. Ain Zarqa. Assalamu alaikum. I'm having to be so selective in the videos that I do, because every turn is just a scene, and I don't think anybody wants to watch. Try not to shout over the put-put, but I don't think anybody wants to watch 40 minutes of mountain scenery, so just trying to capture some bits when it's safe to do so. As promised, here comes the pain. Just as I was thinking, hey, this isn't so bad, 6.5 miles in, feeling all right, boom, 9%, and from the graphs on my Garmin, looks like it's a consistent climb between 7 and 9 all the way for the next 7 miles. On the switchbacks, it ramps up, obviously, because it has to step up to the next level. So on the switchbacks, it ramps to about 13, 14. But yeah, I'm going to take it easy. I've only got 22 miles in my plans for today, so if I have to stop, I'll stop. I got my HRM on and targeting not to go above 160 beats per minute, taking it nice and steady. I'm sweating through my top, so it looks like as soon as I can find somewhere to rest my bike, there's a couple of layers coming off. That's enough for me. Taking some of that as soon as there's a gap in the trees. Yeah, I can see why they told me not to do this. Right, we'll stop. Assalamu alaikum everyone, from the mountains between Tabarka in that direction and Ain Drahim in that direction. Just look at this. If I've got a manic grin, there's a reason for it. I've been in a lot of pain over the last week, but no pain, no pleasure. I could stand here forever. but unfortunately that's where we're headed. A nice little bit of respite here, steady plateau, 2-3%, and then a nice little switch back and hit the climbs again. Bismillah. A short reflection while it's in my head. I cannot think of a better winter camp location than the north of Tunisia. If you like a road surface like the one you're watching now, mountains like the ones you're looking at, sunshine, although it's not guaranteed, but most of the time, like what you're looking at, and some big hills, big hills with some fast descents, amazing food, most hospitable people in the world, and this is where you want to be. And you might get a few profile and Instagram pictures to go with it. Alhamdulillah. I hate losing altitude. It means I'm gonna have to gain it again. These sweeping switchbacks on the downhill are amazing, but it means I'm gonna have to get out of the saddle and work hard now. Let's go, go, go. Oh yes. Now this area here is renowned for the greenery, for the lush forests, big climbs, amazing sweeping mountain roads, and oh wow, look at that, that's just caught my, oh gosh, that was a nice surprise. Anyway, look at the scenery while you're listening to me. Renowned, if you look at any of the maps, for wild boar and wolves in them there hills. So I won't be camping anywhere around here. But look at that little lake, and look at this for a descent. So them. Whoa. Don't think we're going to see any wild boar or any wolves in the middle of the day. It's currently 1:15, but from what I've been told, they make themselves known during the night sometimes. So if you're walking along here, you might see the boar and the wild pigs, you know, with the tusks and everything. And then a bit like, they're very nocturnal, a bit like the foxes. They make their way down into the cities to raid the bins and the piles of rubbish. So hoping not to see any of them, but just a bit of useless information while you're taking these beautiful views. 2 amazing switchbacks, 1 long descent. I'll enjoy it while I can, because I know I'm going to pay the price for this descent. Salam. Now excuse the wind noise, but I'm going to keep this rolling, because on my left got a beautiful lake at the bottom of the valley and a really fast descent. I'm going to pay the price, but whilst I'm enjoying it, I'm going to enjoy this descent. I've got a feeling at the bottom of this valley I've got a big hard climb. Woohoo! 32 miles an hour, that's with me keeping my fingers on the brakes. 36. Slow down in front, you've got a long tour yet. You don't want something getting snagged in the spokes. You'll end up wearing your panniers on your head. Oh, look at that. Right, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop just where that sign is and get a picture. Janduba. And there's an inviting sight if I was fresh on a road bike, that is worth an attack. I think I'll just roll down, thank you very much. So I think halfway through today's route I've come across what they say, La Forest 17 Istiraha rest stop. Why not? So this is the R17 route and there's a little rest stop. Let's see if we can get some gazuzza, some boga. La Forest R17 rest stop, and look at that, we've come from over there, we're headed somewhere over there. Let's move on. Just stopping very briefly here at this little hill place. We've got loads of artifacts, little gifts, fantastic. And just as I was doubting my navigation skills, there they are. Stretch is probably going to be the hardest. It's the last 2 miles. It ramps up to about 13%, but that's where we've come from. I don't know how far the GoPro lets you see, but look at that. All the way to the sea and Tabarka. Done all them valleys, and now last few climbs to drahim. It's been a real testing climb. I mean, we've done, in terms of a day, I've probably done 3-4 times this elevation in England, but it's probably spread out over 60-70 miles. This has just been 2,500 feet in 16 miles. Just switchback after switchback after switchback. Not long now. Whew. Last push, last summit. 2,300 feet over 16 miles. Switchback after switchback after switchback. One of the nicest screens you can see on your Garmin when you look down is the topography of the elevation chart. And mine tells me I've got another 300-400 meters of 13-14% before I descend into a long 3 mile 9% descent, and I don't know which one I fear more. Climbs I can deal with, descents, heavy bike, I think I'm going to be on the brakes. Right, see you in a bit. Look at this for a camp location. It's a bit rough, and it's a bit rough to get here, but how beautiful is this? I mean, look at that. You've got the lake, got toilets down there, you got some guy doing a painting. Yeah. It's beautiful. Where's your camp? Let's have a look. Let's go say hello. I think there's worse places to camp. Salam خويا لاباس؟ صافا الحمد لله. سمعتني تحكي بالانجلي؟ سمعتني تحكي بالانجلي؟
كيف؟
شو اسمك خويا؟
نايم.
نايم
أتمار.
نايم. تشرفوا نايم. عارفين؟
نتشرفوا.
شوفوا. واو Belgian camp. All fresh paint, yeah? وينك هازم؟ Not bad. lakeside. I'm going to ask about the cabins actually before I go and pay for the tents, because if there's not much price difference, we're having a cabin. Naim. السلام لاباس الحمد لله. Walja camp on the edge of, do you know what this lake is? Or it's just a lake? The Banimati Lake. Did you just make that up? I think you just made that up.
Because the whole area is Banimtir.
Walja
is in Banimtir.
Yeah, I'm sure Hazim just made that up. Banimati Lake. He just decided it's called Banimati.
Irfan Lake.
Yeah, that's better. Right, okay. Decent campsite. We've got all gender toilets. Femme, homme. Even I know enough French to know what that means. What do you think? First time here, Hazim?
Yeah.
First time,
First
yeah?
time in Walja, not in Banimtir.
First time in Walja camp.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's alright, yeah? Where are we camping? What did he say? We just got to have a look around and then decide, or
Yeah.
and then and how much is it for the tent?
10 for the 10.
No problem. Let's have a look. Wow, it's nice.
Oh, there's people there.
There's people camping, yeah? In the woods.
Yeah.
I don't want to go that far. I
We can go
suppose
say hi.
I suppose we can go that far. Just go say hi, yeah. So it's not a natural lake. It's as a result of the dam there, yeah. Barrage.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Barrage Banimtir.
Barrage Minimati. Did you make that up as well?
No, no. I went that way, behind the barrage.
Yeah.
This is
So look, can you see the center of the camping on the other side? Can you see the cabins?
that one.
Yeah, that's the one I was telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, if you get lost, just ask me. I must say, so far, so good. Very impressed with this campsite. Not so much with the tourist prices, but not bad. I'm sure I'm getting charged tourist prices. I should keep my gob shut and let somebody else do the dealing. But I was talking to camera just as I was coming in, and my dulcet tones carried, and he said, "Oh, you're from England." Anyway, 15. He's like, I'm being a right tight Yorkshireman here. It's about £4 a night per person. I sound tight now, don't I? But look at that. Look at that view. Beautiful. Beautiful. There has it. Have you brought torch?
No.
I've got torch. What are you gonna do?
I have a light.
No, I can.
Disgusting.